Arlington is a reflection of American society through time. And there was a time, we don't like to think about it or talk about it, but there was a time when the races were segregated. And Arlington reflects that time, that part of American history. On the left are the graves of the U.S. colored troops. They fought in the Civil War. They were fighting for their freedom and for their country. Over across the road on the right are the graves of slaves who lived in the Washington area and who came to Washington when the slaves were freed by the Emancipation Proclamation. So they came here, they lived here, and they died here. A group of people, a group of city designers, had the idea of going out to find Pierre L'Enfant, this great French engineer and designer who basically gave us the look of Washington today, and bringing him here to overlook the city that he imagined in 1799. Among the surprises at Arlington are graves like this one. This is Joe Louis, the Brown bomber. He was in the Army in World War II, and he was, like many of that era, he was fighting in a segregated unit. And he was fighting not with a rifle, but he was putting on exhibition matches for the troops. When he died, he was not a rich man, and a man he had defeated for the heavyweight championship. Max Schmeling of Germany financed his funeral, put up the money for Lewis's funeral, and of course the government paid for the ceremonies here at Arlington. John Kennedy, one of two presidents buried at Arlington. The other is William Howard Taft. JFK came here for a look around on a beautiful Sunday afternoon, March 1963. He stood in this spot looking back across the river, looking at Washington, and he said, "So beautiful, this place is so beautiful, I could stay here forever." 8 months later, he was killed in Dallas, and Jackie Kennedy made the decision to bring JFK here to Arlington so that he, quote, would belong to the nation, end quote. The writer, Dashiell Hammett, most people may not associate with Arlington Cemetery, but he was in fact in the First World War. He was not really fit for service in the Second World War, but he volunteered. And they sent him to the Aleutian Islands where he ran the base newspaper. When he died in 1961, and it became known that he wanted to be buried at Arlington, the FBI objected because of his communist associations in his youth, but somehow they overcame those objections. It's a place where we make up for past oversights, for past injustices. We bring them here, we make it right. We try to make something good out of something that wasn't good.